do not know. Looks like the other stuff, but it's hard to tell when it's this color. Flint. Black. Look at that. Leah found awesome flint. Good job, Leah.
Alright.
Oh man,
It's a good fight.
Good knife. What's up, guys? I'm gonna try napping some of this creek stuff. Look at that. All right. Also gonna try to nap some of this super cherty limestone. I think I'm gonna start with this. See what I can come up with. It's finally spring. Freaking finally. All right. So this stuff is gray, but it flakes. It looks like limestone, but it's definitely cherty. Look at that. I mean, it really flakes. All right, let's see what I could do with indirect with this. Just fly through it. See if I could just make something from it real quick. See if this is a viable option for napping, and it seems to be. It's just a little brittle. Yeah, see, I cracked it in half. All right. I'm gonna call this Esopus. Just try it out. Flakes are really, all this flakes really nice. It's got some cracks in it and stuff, but I'll try to get around them. Flakes are really nice. Big crack here, so I'm going to split this whole section off. You can see it there. See that? All right. It's sparking as I'm hitting with the copper. So this stuff is pretty nice. One thing I'm finding out is a lot of stuff is nappable. It's really just a matter of, do you want to nap it? Which in my case is yes. It's not easy, For me at least. Until I get to those limestone spots, then I get aggravated. A lot of this I just do percussion. Just like what I'm doing right here. Because I can't really pressure flake. That's okay though, like this is a percussion only blade. I could thin that even a little more. So I've been napping a long time without pressure flaking, and just do it every now and then. Every time I do it I wind up hurting my shoulder, so just stick to this. For flaking. Works really well. Seems to work particularly well on this creek rock. So if you're working creek rock and you don't have for this stuff. Somebody sent me some creek rock from Kentucky, and it was very, very similar to the stuff I find. And it worked the same way, and the indirect flaker worked just as good. So I'm gonna recommend the indirect flaker for this stuff. Seeing more and more people using it now. That's a good thing, in my opinion. This is thinning out pretty nice. Alright. All right. Been wanting to try to make a certain style of point that I don't really ever make. And I just don't know if I could get this kind of rock thin enough to make that point. I'm gonna try. got some crud in it. There we go. That could have got rid of a good portion of it. Keep clipping my fingernail lately. I gotta see how thin those points actually were. I don't know. Do not think it is a point style that is found around here any. So much crud in that section right there. Yellow jackets are out, buzzing me. It's just not cooperating with that one spot. There we go, I got it. Got it. Got it. I usually do not make super thin points. Because I like to, if I'm shooting them, I like them to last more than one shot. I just really like them to hold together, so I keep them kind of thick. All right. Getting there. Get rid of this section. This is a really shimmery stone. It's like glittering in the sunlight. All right, this might break it. All right, next piece. I tried. I knew I was hitting that too hard. All right, I got this funky chunk. Let's see here, I'll use a bigger bopper. This looks like it has quite a bit of flaws in it. Got a line running right through the middle there. See it? Whew. Maybe I can bigger bopper. Ah, nice flakes, man. Let's try the other side. Okay, does have a pretty big line going through it. See what I could do with it just real quick. Man, that's some pretty stuff. There we go. See that? Sun's kind of at a weird angle. Try my best to show you what's going on here. All right. Base. Okay, so the line going through is interfering. We'll do our best with it. Now, like I've said in other videos, I actually went to New York Museum, the Iroquois Museum, to look at the artifacts. A lot of them do have those lines going through them like that. Like a lot of the artifacts have it. So I am not allowed to share pictures from there. They would not allow me to film. So if you want to see what I'm talking about, you're gonna have to either look up stuff online or head down that way yourself. Pretty nice. Stuff in New England is not extremely friendly, but I really do enjoy working it. It's actually, I've heard people say it's not very forgiving material, but for me that does not seem to be true personally. If I make a mistake on this stuff, I could fix it a lot easier than I could on a more pure material. And it really does seem to take well to me hitting very hard on it. Get these other materials and I try to hit on them the same way. See that flaw there? It's in the flake. See that glittery? I forgot what I was saying. Oh well. Let's try to make a quick, functional tool here. Not so bad. I'm gonna try to thin this spot with all the crud in it. Don't know if it's gonna work or not. Try though. Got some of it. There we go. Ha! Alright, so I made the mistake of not working on the base first. So I'll try to remedy that. Like that. I don't really show how I do this stuff because there's plenty of other channels that do how-tos, and I really just like demonstrating the rock. Seeing what it's capable of and what I could come up with. Right now I'm using my my cell phone for this stuff. So I was working this piece of creek rock that I found. My camera keeps deciding to run out of memory. So I'm just gonna jump on live then. Alright. This is called Isopus. The way I could ID this is it's weathers brown and gray. And when you crack it open, it's shimmery and black. So I got a nice little preform out of this stuff. Pretty happy with that. Then I got this stuff. And I don't know what to call this. Found in a creek. It's kind of chalky. I don't think I'm going to mess with this piece too much. What else do I have? I have all these little flakes of stuff that I don't really know what to call. And it works. Works pretty good. Some of it's kind of delicate. I think it's just more of this stuff, but a different grade of it. The Isopus. So what I'm going to do, since I'm currently having problems with battery memory, is when I make videos like this, I think I'm going to, right after the live is over, clip it into normal video format and upload it again. Because I don't think the lives really get shown too much. I don't really often see a lot of people clicking in as compared to normal videos. I don't know if it's just the time I do it, but for napping stuff, you gotta nap during the day so you can see what you're doing. Just working on this little flake of Isopus. Seeing what I could come up with here. These lines in the material I was saying in the other video. See that line going through? There are artifacts at the Iroquois Museum in New York that have exactly those kind of lines going through them. And I've been wondering, did they make artifacts with that damage in it? So I had that question answered this past trip when I went out to record. And I tried to record at the museum, but they wouldn't allow cameras. And I asked if I could, and they said no. So, if you want to see artifacts made out of this stuff, you're going to have to go to that Iroquois Museum, or you could look on Google for artifacts found in New York State. And you'll see a lot of them do look like this. I was pretty shocked at how many, actually. It's not easy stuff. Gotta hit hard. And hitting hard with those flaws in it is dangerous. The only problem with knapping live is if I want to do indirect, I gotta fix the camera angle to show you what I'm doing. But I'm not going to do too much indirect, so I'll just hit it and show what the flake looks like, if it flaked good or not. I'm trying to get rid of this thick spot. That. It's got a lot of crud in it. The tip is like a different color. It goes from jet shimmery black to like a dull gray brown. Just trying to make a point from this piece. One of the problems I'm coming across, see that crystal-y stuff in there? That's really messing with the flakes. I made this. Gotta refine it and make a tip. But, see those shimmery in there? It's cool stuff. Trying to get through this shale type stuff here. A squirrel behind me? What's going on? Some kind of animal behind me. I hear you, animal. Let's see, there we go. Thinned it. So, like I was saying, these, you could see artifacts made from this stone. If you look online, just type in New York artifacts, New York projectile points. You'll see a bunch made from this stuff, or stuff very similar to this. Stuff is so tough it's shaping my antler, putting little scratches in it. Stuff just doesn't want to go near that shell. When I re-upload this live as a regular video, I'm going to show you what I'm trying to replicate here. The sun's kind of at a weird angle. But see that line going through the middle? We'll see it better on this side. Right in front of my finger there. I'm trying to replicate an artifact that I saw that had a line going straight up through it. Let's see if I could at least get a similar looking artifact from the one I'm trying to replicate here. Tip is going to mess me up. There we go. All right. Thinned as much as I can. Artifact was not incredibly thin. It's probably about that thick, but I want to make it a little bit thinner. Got some low battery now. Man, I'm having all kinds of technical problems today. Memory problem, battery problem. Alright, I'll finish this point up. Okay. Just quickly zigzagging the base here. I'm going to use indirect because it's the most efficient method for me to get this done quickly. Literally just zigzagging the base to make it straight. it was a stemmed point, but it's not long enough. Alright, we'll try it anyway. That's looking kind of cool, actually. I might just keep it like that. Oh, corner snap. Alright, how to fix it. Well, it's still got the line running up. I'm gonna zigzag that broken section off. See what else I could make from it then. See, I always start rushing because of low battery or something along that lines. I'll find a better solution for this, for these live things. Okay. Okay. It's just gonna have to be a smaller point. All right. Looks kind of funky. So I'm gonna grab copper flaker. I don't know how long 10% battery will last on alive here, but I'm gonna go until it gives me another warning. All right. Make a miniature version of what I wanted to. The stemmed point. All right. Let's see here. Base was bifurcated. Bifurcated means a little dip in the base. A dip right in the center. Bifurcation. So do that right off the bat. Like that. This ear snapped. Fix it. Just make it symmetrical. like that. Just trying to make it more symmetrical and keep that line running through the center there. The artifact that I'm talking about was about that long, but I messed up. I'm trying to just keep it similar as I can. And the shale at the tip is not too agreeable. I'm just doing what I can with it. So on the artifact, the base, the stem was a little thicker, but due to rushing, if you're gonna work this stuff, try to grab a piece that doesn't have that shale. Okay, good enough. Nice little archaic point. And it has, come on, focus. Let's see if you can see it on the side. There's a line running straight through the tip, all the way to the base. There you go. There you can see it. Right there. This actually looks like another artifact I saw in that museum. They have a big display, and they had drawers filled with artifacts that you could pull out. You pull out the drawer and they're all in a glass case. It's pretty cool. I was not expecting to see that. Okay. I'm gonna stop messing with it. Bifurcate. And that was made from, do I have any chunks of it? This stuff. Brown. Weathered brown. Shimmery black inside. I made this in another clip. I'm gonna upload it as a video shortly. My memory card got filled before I could finish it, so maybe I'll do a part 1, part 2. All right, guys. That stuff is it's pretty cool. I like it. It's just a lot of damage. But I picked a very damaged piece. I could tell right off the bat that it was damaged. Just wanted to see what I could do with it. Alright guys, I'm I'm gonna close this out before the battery dies and I lose the footage. So, have a good one. See you guys later.